If you master these 4 things listed here on this chart, you will become a profitable trader. And how does these things works? They works all together, okay? The 4 of them that you are seeing here works all together. First thing is to master how to predict the market, and the second thing is to master how to enter without fear and to hold your trade without fear, okay? And in this video, I'll be breaking down the simple step-by-step process you need to achieve all of this, okay? So first thing we're going to consider here in analyzing is structure, and the second one is liquidity, and the third one is zones. So working on the fourth one as well is based on you, okay? The psychology, the emotion that has to go, because sometimes you watch a profitable trade go into profit and hit take profit without you entering it. You analyze, wait for price to come to your zone, price will come to your zone, but you cannot still enter. That is where the psychology comes in, and sometimes you will enter and you'll be afraid of holding the trade from the TP1 to the final TP, okay? This is where the psychology also comes in. So to understand this, watch this video from the beginning part to the end part. So let's talk about structure. I start analyzing my trade from the daily time frame, and it's very simple. So the structure on the daily time frame is bearish. Price is just simply forming lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Then we're looking to form a lower high, but coming to form a lower high is going to be a bullish trend on the lower time frame. Okay, so what does that mean? It means that we are bullish for now to take some internal liquidity, then go to the external liquidity. Okay, that's just it. Okay, so now where is the liquidity we are seeing that price can possibly grab? Liquidity are wicks or highs or low. Okay, if I mark out this as my liquidity point of target for price, this is a high on the lower time frame. Okay, this is a high of this candle, and on the lower time frame is more like a lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low type of trend. Okay, so right now I'm done with the structure on the daily time frame. Now let's go to the 4-hour time frame. So on the 4-hour time frame, the structure is pretty simple. This is the daily high we marked here. If you look, okay, it's the daily high we marked. That price is possibly going to target to tap into some supply area here. Then we'll look to sell to the downside. Okay, that is just what we're looking at on the GBP JPY. So looking at this pair, you can see that price has been forming higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. And for me to buy up into this supply area, since price is bullish, I told you guys that we have that swing high and we have that swing low. So for us to form a swing, to form a lower high on the daily time frame, we will see a bullish trend that will take us there. And that is what we are looking at now on the GBP JPY. We are looking out for GBP JPY we are looking out for us to buy from any demand zones that will be created after a break of structure here into this supply area. Okay, then once price gets into the supply area, we look for what? A change of character to still drop it down to take this low. It's just very simple like that. Okay, so looking at this GBP JPY, you can see that price has broke structure, break structure, break structure, and has left this low before this nice demand area. If you view this very well, look at this perfectly well, you can see that upon moving all the way to the upside here, price was just giving us weak price coming to grab lows, break structure, just filling up the gaps. Okay, there was no gap here, there was no fair value gap, but right here there is a fair value gap on this demand area, before this demand area, and it will be a very nice area of demand to buy from. If you look here, just stop loss below the low, and we target where? The high. And that is the exact trade that I'm looking at on GBP JPY. And if this trade end up coming here, guys, the next thing that comes in is what? The psychology behind it. Okay, first of all, on the daily time frame now, we have identified the structure, the overall structure, and the phase that we are in is what? Reversal. Okay, we are trading a retracement, okay, and this retracement is bullish. And where is our liquidity? This is the liquidity target for price before dropping down, right? So this is the only magnet to price. Price is just going to buy until all of these highs are swept, and if we tap into the supply area, then we see the opposite of the trend. Okay, so for now we are bullish for the meantime to still drop bearish. Okay, that's just the intent. Okay, and now price has broke structure to the upside, and what is this? This is a liquidity low. This is an inducement low. Okay, this is more, I've taught this countless times on this channel. This is a liquidity low. You can see a wick almost tapped into this zone but left it, okay, then went all the way to the highs and broke structure. Okay, so looking at it here, there is no nice demand area to buy from, so we'll wait for it to take out this liquidity, because a lot of people on the lower time frame will be looking to buy from a demand that is situated here, that is locating here. Okay, and they will get taken out, then price will drop into demand, then we'll buy right from there to target this demand, to target this supply area on the higher time frame. Okay, that is just it. So if you still scale to the lower time frame, like the 1 hour, on the 1 hour time frame, you will see this perfectly well. If you look here, this is still more like the same setup that I told you guys about. On the 30 minutes, you have, first of all, the first break. Okay, this is the first break, and this one is the second break, right? And this one is still having another third break. Okay, so for me, looking at this is equal lows here. This is equal lows. If you put your line here, this is an equal low. There was no different from there is nothing here. This is very equal. Okay, and looking at price to hold this kind of area is going to be very, very difficult. Okay, because price can just come here, react, then still drop down. Okay, because a lot of people will be here to buy from this support area here, which is located here. So price might fail this to hold this, and if price fail this, there is a high chance that this demand will hold. So that is just basically what I'm waiting for, and that is how a profitable trader analyzes. And firstly, again, you need to add the patience to it. I'm currently sitting on my chart, watching some movie, and there's nothing much going on. I'm just relaxing. There's nothing much. I'm waiting for what price to either come to this demand or come to this demand. And once it comes to this demand, we do the needful. We are not going to hesitate. I am going to buy after confirmation. So guys, see you guys on the next episode. I hope you will understand what I'm trying to derive in on this video. So subscribe. Is not easy to create content at all, guys. It is not easy. So just support us by subscribing, that's all, and like this video and share to some of your friends that would like to watch this kind of a video. So see you guys on the next episode. Bye.